in these engagements. It's been working really well, enough to actually be contending for the trophy.
For all just 3 teams at the top, currently separated by just 5 points, I want to see how they're going to be reacting through adversity. We have already seen RCB being able to react earlier on. Dplus KIA, we know what they can definitely do whenever we come to Miramar. They were able to just showcase it. NIGMA Galaxy, they've been working out on stuff, but is the fragging power going to be there for this squad to make the push to first place? I'm not sure.
That Frostborn Dragon better be careful. It's not that cold on Miramar here, and again, there are no hovercrafts for these teams, but as you can see, it looks like we are just moments away from hopping into this final match. I cannot believe the entire year is all coming down to this. So let's throw it back to our commentators for the last time here in 2024 with John Allen and Blake.
With one more match to play, the trophy remains firmly placed on the stage, but that will change all too soon. The full set of 18 matches to conclude here, and our plane sends us straight down the middle. A nice fair start.
We don't know who's going to win, who's going to be crowned victorious, but London, let me hear you make some noise for these teams.
That's the sort of energy they'll need to take away this top spot at the moment. A bit of a 3-horse race towards those tables, but we've seen record-breaking games here. There is always that possibility. It's not over till it's over.
Right now, down from the south side up towards the north, RCB chewing away at their fingernails because this is tough. This is very tough. It's nice to see the amount of fans that came out to support them. What is this? Circle off to the east side.
All right.
There's no way. There's no way we go island.
There's surely there's no way that it circles up onto those tiny little land masses out on the eastern side beyond Impala. I've only ever seen it once in competitive play, and Blank, let me tell you, it was pretty crazy. You were there, I was there. And I think most of the players do not wish they were there.
Ralph was there.
He was.
I don't think he wants to go back, I'll tell you that now. But NIGMA Galaxy down towards Porta Paraíso. On that south side, looting up. The Vicious, nice and central once again, but it's Dplus. First to the center. Our team in second place, just 1 point away. Breathing down the necks of RCB.
And there is just these moments of calm before it will all inevitably pop off. As teams gather their resources, gain some steam, put their pilfered goods in their pockets, and parade their way to a potential top spot. There's only 3 teams really in it. With Influence Rage, DRX, VOIN Donkey ID, a real outside chance, looking at 30 points behind. I don't think, okay, he's fine. He's not wedged it. He's all right.
Yeah, always awkward, but we get past it. NIGMA Galaxy will be continuing on their way. No wedges orders, no wedges found. It will be DRX and INSILIO towards that north side. INSILIO, no hovercrafts. So, not too many antics, you'd hope.
I still think, though, INSILIO, over the course of this tournament, have really displayed something special. And I think that this team from Kazakhstan should really be proud of what they've accomplished here. 100 points earned, and a display of adaptational skill that I don't think we've seen in a long time. So I am impressed with these guys, and I think we'll be seeing more of them.
Yeah, INSILIO just straight up taking the Jim Woo route, honestly. Solo leveling their way through PMGC, it would seem. But they've done well. They've done very well. I'm excited to see them into the future. Chips are stuck. Vehicle's stuck.
Uh-oh.
This ain't good. It's not good at all. I mean, not having an escape route like this on a position like this is dangerous. Shots going over towards them as well. That's worrisome.
Danger.
B on that north side, making their way in. RCB just can't afford to go down here.
Ooh.
It's as simple as that.
Laura's in. I think he has just wedged it. No, he's managed to fling it out towards the high ground there. He steps back in. So, no harm, no foul. Influence Rage managed to get on in towards the middle. A lot of teams have made this dash out towards the east. INSILIO currently pushing in from a little bit closer to the south edge. Team Spirit just behind them. Influence Rage moving in on the north side. Thunder Talk as well. It's all centering up around Impala for this group of teams.
It's definitely a tough one. There's a lot of high ground around this area. Teams who got there early definitely going to benefit. For Alpha 7, TJB, 4 and V. Not V. A lot of E's.
Certainly is.
Will definitely struggle on that western side. But you got to wait this one out. I think it's a case of playing edge for those squads for as long as possible. Again, wait for that circle shift. Where's it going to go? Work with that. It's always that second circle shift that's the worst. And I think it's the right decision for all 4 of those teams on the western side. Just be like, let's prioritize looting. Let's get as much on board as possible. We'll need smokes. There's absolutely no way we're getting into the circle without a little bit of utility, a little bit of cover to go forward with. M249, the hands of chips. Not a whole lot of ammo, but can definitely make it work. Good for spray downs onto vehicles too.
Enough ammo to do some damage, that's for sure. Question is, how much longer can he stay up there? Isolated from the rest of the team on a 3-1 wide split right now. They're about 400 to 500 meters away from each other, so really can't cover off one another. But what Chips is doing is providing information. He could catch someone unawares if they try and send up towards the top of that mountain as well and try and get that under control. But it's always wrapped in that dangerous situation that if Chips gets knocked, he's done for. There is no recovery on that.
It's a gamble. It's a gamble you're going to have to take in this scenario. And I think for Dplus being so close to the central of that circle when it popped, I think you absolutely do go for that gamble. At this point in time, right, you're not in first place already, but this is a chance to get further ahead. You know this is a difficult circle to play anyway. I don't think it's the wrong choice for Dplus. It's just a difficult play to make work. But they trust themselves. They have confidence. That's what matters. RCB did make their way over towards truck stop. Pretty decent position to play. I mean, in terms of the rotational paths around them. Obviously, they don't want to stay there. For NIGMA Galaxy, they are right at the back of a very long queue on the south side of the map.
Rotational paths have never been planned more carefully, Blank, than in this match. With so much on the line, a 5-point difference between first and third place right now. The difference between bronze and gold here at PMGC stands but a placing or two higher on the tables at the end of this one.
It's a terrifyingly close game. It really is. Influence Rage, though. It's RCB to open up onto the 4th place team. Already 1 elimination found.
EMEA and Turkey all happy to see that first point layered on top of the 137 RCB already has. But it is still not out of the woods. They're only 2 points ahead. It's a closable gap, but NIGMA Galaxy and Dplus KIA close to one another on the south side.
Dplus pretty split right now, actually. Like you were saying, Chips on that northern edge. The rest of the team
Whoa!
looking to hold underneath.
The circle!
Oh my God, there is absolutely no way we are going to an East Island finish. The final match of PMGC. What is this?
Make your moves now! Dplus KIA are moving fast. They're moving fast as well. Over to the island, you need to get there now!
This is disgusting. Everyone making the swim. NIGMA Galaxy in the water. Luckily for Ralph, he's one of the few players in the world that's seen this exact circle.
And he's played on top of it as well, on these islands. Dplus KIA, though, blank! They're into the middle island. The question is, which one will it go to?
It's so troublesome. Down towards that southern edge, that island that currently NIGMA Galaxy is making their way up towards is not likely to end there. But it's a coin flip. It is a coin flip at this point in time. Your fate is decided by a 50-50.
And RCB may have had this one just dragged away from them. Fingernails digging into the cliffs of Impala. And Team Spirit start to fall. Falcons as well. Everybody lemming after lemming. Into the water they go.
This is truly unbelievable. I actually can't fathom this happening at this point in time. Well, they'll have to fathom those deeps. On the eastern side, heading to the water. Action holding out versus Team Spirit as they make the mad dash downwards. Team Spirit not doing too badly. Here's RCB though.
They need big points here. They need to find everything now because they are on the outside. They are slow to the islands. They were on the wrong side of this circle and potentially the wrong side of their historic run.
4 elims found already for them. This is good news. If they're able to get a few more, it's great. There's an awesome nade from Sarah. Downwards finding 2. They just need the flushes to get up to 6, but they're swimming outwards.
ThunderTalk spot a player on Dplus KIA on the mainland, the tiny little island.
You're kidding me.
This is insanity. ThunderTalk are taking their pound of flesh on the north side in the meantime, and it is a mad dash to these islands, and we just don't know where it finishes.
RCB maybe going for a different approach here, looking to hold out teams on this western side. It's a smart maneuver in my opinion. If you can get 10 eliminations, that's a good average on the map. That's the average you want. NIGMA Galaxy, they could just go down right now. They're playing on that southwest side. DRX are getting ahead of them. For RCB, they may have made the right call here.
With the volatility of this circle blank, this is an outside chance situation.
This is perfect.
On towards Dplus KIA's island with Falcons and an outpost there as well. Everybody swimming. The Vicious Guild, VOIN Donkey ID, they are all making their way over to this mainland. But if you can pick up 30-point games, and on a circle like this, we've seen it. It happens. It can change it all.
Usually it's one team that kind of goes home with the whole cake, honestly. And that could change the standing so drastically. Unfortunately for Influence Rage, they're an outside chance now. They're over towards the northwest side. They're crammed in with ThunderTalk, with Alpha 7, with Na'Vi. Gills making a cross, and RCB are the Guardians at the gate, at the border here, down towards that western side.
DRX have made landfall, and NIGMA Galaxy are playing this so slow. They could have been on this island already, but they were a little bit more cautious with it. The swim across, this is the northern side, and the Falcons are going to pick up so many of these points here, or rather East is, which is going to slow the approach for Dplus KIA. They've lost a player.
Oh, they're out. John, they're out. They're outside of this circle, Enigma Galaxy. They have to push the DRX.
What a way to close down the PMGC. 2024 has been such a year for these rosters, for these teams, these players. Everyone pulling their weight, but now it is desperation on the East Islands of Miramar for the final match when it's all on the line. And ahead of it all, it's RCB with 6 elims still on that mainland.
For RCB, basically they need to get a lot of success over on this western side. The difficulty is Dplus technically have an unbelievable spot inside this circle. It's not out of the realms of possibility that Dplus win this game easily from that spot. They do have 3 players. There are a couple of teams making their way through. VOIN Donkey ID is making their way round. East is down and Falcons are out.
The Vicious need to hold this north side. VOIN Donkey idea right there. They can push up. Guild have made their way across as well. This fight with NIGMA Galaxy and DRX, though, on the South Island. Nobody really making a move to this spot. It's unlikely to end here, Blank. I think it's almost impossible with how the circle's going to develop over these next few phases. But there's the first opener, and we're looking for more. RCB continue to collect their toll on the mainland side.
RCB, I think they played a blinder with this one. I don't think anyone thought to do this. They were like, look, we are not giving up our life. We're confident in our team fight. They're taking shots over towards that north side. They're taking more names right now. Influence Rage is weakened. 1 player is down. RCB might be taking more names than anyone on those main islands over towards the eastern side can find. And there it is, right onto the outwards.
And how much further can these teams go? RCB, sure, they've got points here, but Dplus KIA have so much more distance to go in this one in terms of placements, in terms of being able to rack up the swimmers. When the fish jump into the barrel, they'll be all too keen to shoot them down. And NIGMA Galaxy have to make their move from the south side as well. They have lost a player on that south island blank. DRX have been able to do that to them. And they'll make their move, but
Loxy.
where do they go?
Loxy already out in the water, sees a couple. We'll find more of the eliminations. RCB is hunting. The Wolfpack on the prowl.
And I tell you what would be so good in a situation like this, blank. A hovercraft would be phenomenal to be able to cross this gap, but not on Miramar, not here, not now. INSILIO do not have it. They will fall.
Little boy still off in the distance. RCB, they need to get as much value out of this as possible. They've had to send players all over the place to make this one happen. QXZ down, that's from Dplus on the other side of things.
Dplus KIA desperately need these points. They've got nothing so far, and RCB have got value. They are currently 10 points ahead. Blank, we were looking at the scorelines before this one. On a tiebreaker, unless Dplus KIA win, they would win the tiebreaker, RCB win it, right? With 3 chicken dinners to their name, Dplus KIA on 2, that tiebreaker goes the way of RCB. So if Dplus KIA draw level, it's not good enough unless they take this chicken dinner as well.
RCB, again, rotating around. They're looking for more. TJB, they gave up the ghost with Little Boy, understanding that he's probably just sitting on the outside. Wild, passing back down the hill. Now they know that TJB is on the way.
TJB spray down to Wild, swings out the vehicle but doesn't finish the spray down, and there's pressure on him as well. Into the water they go, and RCB still have more life left in them. And Silas will be able to shut down the high ground. 6 elims for Sada on this match. Blank, you could not wish for a better substitute to come in.
Truly the super sub here. For RCB, they take fate in their own hands. They find a boat as well.
Can they get across safely? A boat is so vulnerable. As soon as you take shots, you need to hop
There's
out.
an opening.
But across they go, and there's an opening to be found. Dplus KIA, they've taken down players in the meantime. Players from NIGMA Galaxy, they're sending for the hills. Redox on route, the last 2 on the south side. DRX are away. RCB send over to the island. They're looking to try and get to land.
They're out.
And they're out by the waterfront. Guild looking to hold them from the bottom of the table
all
to the
alive.
top. RCB need to make it now. The mad dash up the beachfront, but a nade.
Another goes over the top. RCB, lives are on the line here. 2 players down, but 10 eliminations. A ridiculous effort.
Wagner with a 1v4 hold on the cards, could draw RCB slow, could take them down here. But they make the dash. Loxy and Wild are alive, and their placement opportunity goes up by the second.
Wading through, Loxy's down. Another big nade. RCB, the wild card, last remaining, will go for the res, but Wagner, he's pushing, he's wading. But
Wow,
Diego saves them!
Oh, Diego!
Everyone's rage, and he gets knocked in the process!
This is such a big opening for RCB because now there's nobody. Mafioso, Lil Boy, they're too far away to have an impact now, and the reses are coming through. RCB could get a full reset unless the Vicious are here to stop them.
Smart maneuver from Wild. They both go underwater. Sure, they're going to take a little bit of tick damage, but it's better than being exposed on that res. 2 players are still down for RCB, by the way. Unresable.
Jakey. Oh, Wagner gets flushed, but Jakey's here looking for the pickups. Silas will bleed out. It's all up to Loxy to keep this one under control, but they've already got 11 points now, Blank. Dplus KIA, they have 3. Oh, my goodness me. A little bit more needed to be safe. Wild can get res now. But it comes
my,
Mafioso.
Alpha 7.
He's right there. Oh, dear. Oh, me, oh, my. V5 full fun.
Oh my God!
They hold their line. And RCB with 12 are into the placement points now. They're away. They're out the gates. And it's only Jakey that can ruin it.
The reaction speed from Loxy, unbelievable, inhuman. And now Jakey with the DPS, but RCB still kicking. Pin pulled. And another good shot over the top side. RCB alive for a little bit longer.
Oh, Jakey, a sliver of HP. Someone needs to pull out a gun, but they can't because the Vicious are here suppressing. Wild is down, and it's still up to Loxy. Jakey with the DBS has a little bit more to the beach side. Influence Rage made landfall somehow through it all. And the nade over the top is Lil Boy. The crossfire, the shutdown, and another point goes their way.
This is disgusting. From RCB, Loxy has clocked in today. Lil Boy from Influence Rage, the player they left behind earlier, puts an end to it. But it's 13 points on the game.
And the placements as well. Dplus KIA, they need a chicken dinner, and they need it now. Ralph is still here to play, but he's the only one left for NIGMA Galaxy. He's out in the cold, and he's down in the dirt.
NIGMA Galaxy out. A third place. Guaranteed, but they will not go all the way.
Dplus KIA, they need it all, they need it now. They were 1 point behind at the start, 13 elims. Found for RCB, the placements added on as well. I'm not sure I can track who's in the lead right now if a chicken dinner comes through, but Dplus KIA have more to go. They've got 3 players alive, leaving 6 more points available in the lobby. An 11 elimination chicken dinner, if they can get it all, would give them 21 points blank. And I think that may just be enough, but only if they get it all, and they get it now. A knock from Vexy could play spoiler.
Both teams are weakened. Raze, as well as Diminor, taking them out. This point in time, likely to be a third place for Dplus.
Oh no, the points going over to the Vicious could be all that RCB need to hold on to this to give Silas his second title, to give the super sub his chance to lift the trophy.
I'm not sure. I think that despite the titanic effort coming through from RCB, the way that we have Dplus set up here, it feels like maybe a chicken dinner's going their way. I think that would turn the tide.
It is right down to the wire blank. Goodness me, what a final circle. And this, I mean, I could not have asked for a better way to close this tournament down, to close this year out with a mad dash, the swim for survival and for glory. Nolbu, Osal, and Fabian for South Korea need to lock it down.
Need to lock in too. Last player from VOIN, Donkey ID, goes out. It has been a great run from them throughout PMGC groups into PMGC Grand Finals. The Vicious, Dplus, stage 6 and 3 teams, 23 minutes, one of the fastest matches here on one of our longest maps.
The center of this circle, not easy to control. None of our teams occupying it. The buildings that sit on the northwest side of this island, under control for Influence Rage. They have got one player out there, but the Vicious, I mean, they're taking these points away from Dplus KIA as they roll around. And a 2v1 against Diego could be naughty. Reyes with the challenge, but Diego wins it on the first. Diminor with a nade over the top. Diego goes low, but doesn't go down just yet. Maybe not long for it, as the spray with the UMP finally connects. The point earned by the Vicious.
Looking to get involved. One player left remaining from Influence Rage. It will be Lil Boy, but Dplus on the march out, looking to send round the eastern side of the map. What a disgusting game.
I think it might be enough if they're able to get all 3 of these blank. All 3 points remaining for South Korea. One more stumble and it's over, but RCB despite farming the lobby from the mainland, could not make the swim.
It was an unbelievable performance from RCB. But it is that last game we saw Dplus get themselves a second place into. If it's a second place into a chicken dinner, I think you have to accept the fact that Dplus deserved it. Circle heads back down Dplus's way. But they are pushing onto the Vicious. This is their last obstacle.
2 nades in hand for Nolbu. He's seen them. He knows their location. A flank out wide from Osel, and it's on the money. Nolbu gets one. Now the rest of them need to go their way as well. The nades over the top, and South Korea want to lift this trophy. They want to take it back. And Dplus KIA could go all the way.
For Nolbu, the spear point for Dplus. A change in behavior from him and PMGC descending to the front lines. And they didn't doubt him for a second as soon as he started spearheading into the water. Over towards that East Island, they followed him. And they might just be following him to the trophy here at PMGC 2024. 2 players stand in their way.
Influence Rage and the Vicious, the Americas, in the way of South Korea now. And Lil Boy with his back to the blue will be forced out. Point denial could change things here, Blank. I haven't run the numbers on it, but it could have an impact pretty significantly. Could change the tide of this tournament.
It depends on the placement points from RCB. I don't even remember when they went down. So shocked by this circle. If both points are denied, it's 16 points of the 13 elims, and then whatever placement points on top.
There's the first. Well, that goes over to Lil Boy. Blank one has been denied.
Now Lil Boy
spotted.
He's big, and that's Dplus with a chicken dinner.
They find the chicken dinner, but have they found the tournament? They don't know. They're waiting for confirmation. It is Dplus KIA who have won the title. RCB pipped to the post. It's South Korea.
Dplus KIA, A+ on the grind. They leave their rivals behind. They bring their soul to London. Your PMGC 2024 champions.
ये मूवमेंट तो भाई दुख की है वैसे, जिसको नहीं मिली 2 पॉइंट की वजह से हार गया आरसीबी भाई। इतने मतलब इतने मारे थे वैसे, 13-14 किल किए थे शायद, 13 किल किए थे फिर पीछे उठा के लेके चला गया भाई। गलत शुरू हो गया। उन लोगों ने सोचा था कि निकल जाएगा भाई, और ये सेकंड तो बहुत ही बेकार खेले थे पहले। स्टार्टिंग में 3 मैच में अच्छा खेला, फिर पता नहीं क्या हो गया भाई।
In what has been undoubtedly the best, the wildest, the most sensational grand finals we have ever witnessed in PMGC history. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2024 PUBG Mobile Global Champions are Dplus KIA!
मजा है भाई, मजा है। फाइनल का सर्किल देखते भाई मजा आ गया वैसे। आखिरी मैच में जो एक्स्ट्रा सर्किल आ गया ऐसा एक्सपेक्टेड नहीं था वैसे। इन लोगों ने उसी चीज़ का मौका नहीं था वैसे। आरसीबी के साथ बहुत ही गलत हुआ है। इन लोगों ने इतने एलिमिनेशन निकाले वैसे सोचा कि निकल जाएगा, 2 पॉइंट में आ रही है, 2 पॉइंट। तीन नंबर वाला बंदा थोड़ा एथने टाइप का लग रहा है वैसे।
In the year of uncertainty, one thing is certain.
What?
The Dplus take home the trophy by 1 point.
You must be joking. A 1 point difference between Dplus KIA and REGNUM, down to the most insane finish we have ever witnessed in the last game of a PMGC Grand Finals. And Dplus KIA are the one to take it home.
This team was able to show what they were capable of over and over again in Miramar. The biggest question mark was how were they going to be able to do in the other maps. It came down to the last match. They made this swim across first, and we've been talking about the whole year. We don't know what's going to happen. I definitely didn't expect that circle to finish off PMGC.
चलो भाई फिर से कोई टूर्नामेंट आएगा तो लाइव करेंगे। सबके लिए तो ऐसा ही डीके जीत गया। आरसीबी के लिए बहुत ही बुरा लग रहा है वैसे, एकदम गंदा हारा उन लोगों ने, 1 पॉइंट के लिए भाई बहुत ही गंदा हुआ वैसे। 1 पॉइंट है, 1 पॉइंट क्या नहीं कर
Congratulations, Dplus KIA. I gotta give some big props though to RCB. This team, we have heard over and over again a lot of teams saying we just didn't get blessed by the circle. We didn't have any favor from the circle. RCB took matters into their own hands. They made sure they were clearing any squad that came close to water, and they were going after it. It came down to just 1 point.
I mean, you saw RCB came into that zone knowing what they have to do.
आरसीबी के साथ बहुत ही वो लोग इतने सपने में चले जाएंगे ना, ऐसे क्या ही बताऊं। यार चलो मिलते हैं फिर नेक्स्ट वीडियो पे। तब तक के लिए थैंक्स और गुड नाइट।
is eliminating as many teams as humanly can on the western side of that circle. And that's exactly what they're going to be doing. Why would the Cards chasing out TJB? Looking for every point they possibly could get.
I don't care how long you play PUBG Mobile, especially at competitive level. There's no way to prepare yourself for a zone finish like this, the position you're in for Silas.